Okay, so for this week on Module 2, we're going to go over mathematical operators in Python. So in this video, we're going to go over the lecture, the quiz, an example that CodeHS provided us, and we'll go over my own example. So let's start with this quick lecture. So check out this program which uses the addition operator to compute the result of the mathematical expression. We have print 2 plus 2. And this would be our result, a 4. Very simple. We have my number equals 2 plus 2, and then we're asking to print my number. And so same result, it would come out to 4 because we have our variable, which is my underscore number, and the value to that is 2 plus 2, and then we're asking to print it. Let's look at this one. We have x equals 2 and y equals 2. Then we have print x plus y. So same thing comes out to 4. So these are our operators. We're just going to kind of focus on these top 3: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So top 4. Don't really worry about these bottom 3. We won't really use those much in this class. All right, so we have a binary operator, which is an addition, and a unary operator, which is a subtraction. So operator precedence, we have parentheses, multiplication, exponents, subtraction, and then we have all this other stuff down here. If you ever need to know the order of PEMDAS, it's PEM, DES, parentheses, or grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication or division, whichever comes first in order from left to right. Then we have addition and subtraction. So you should have learned this in some type of math class, but if you need a refresher, just Google PEMDAS. All right, so let's look at the operator precedence in this one. So first thing you do is get the parentheses down, which is 1 plus 1. That brings us to a 2. Then they get the exponents. 3 to the exponent of 2 is 9, because 3 times 3 is 9. Then they do the division. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5, but in this case, it's not using the float, so it just brings us to a 4. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So that would be an example of operator precedence. Again, you can see how this one is done. We do the inner parentheses. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 minus 4 is -1. 6 plus -1 is 5. And then 5 to the exponent of 2 is 25, because 5 times 5 equals 25. All right, let's look at these floats. We have print 2 plus 3, 2.3 plus 2.4 comes out to 4.7. Let's see, that's about it for our slides. Let's take a look at this quick quiz. We'll just take a look at this top question. So what does the following Python program print? Again, we'll go through our PEMDAS. Parentheses, none are there. Let's see, exponents, none are there. Multiplication and division. So you go from left to right. So we'll start with the division. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then you go 2 times 2 is 4. And then 9 plus 4 is 13, minus 1 comes out to 12. So it'll be a lot easier to do on paper, right? But if you want to take a look at this one, you have this little explanation right here. Now let's go through the first example that CodeHS provides us. All right, so we have 3 variables holding some values right here. We have x equals 4, y equals 5, and z equals 6. Let's comment this, that way we don't see it print out. That way we can just focus on lines 5 to 7. So we run our code, and the first line is print, let's get rid of this guy right here, print x plus y colon. So that's all that's going to do is just print us out whatever text is in those quotations, right? Then on line 6, we're asking print x plus y. So it's actually using our variable values. So we have print x plus y, which is 4 plus 5, and that comes out to 9. And so then it'll look like this. Let's take a look at this second batch. We'll freeze this last one so we don't have to look at it. All right, so we're saying z, let's print it. Let's give us some space. What we'll do is we'll just go print nothing. That way it gives us space in between. Okay, z times 3 equals 18. So this first line, all that is print, right? Because we're just using quotations. Then right here, we're actually using our z variable. So 6 times 3 is 18. So that's right here. Where you see this 18, that's line 13 being printed. And then this last line is just to give us a space in between this last one. Let's take off these comment quotations. That way it'll unfreeze this last one and we can take a look at it. So line 21, all we're saying is print x minus z colon. All that is print, right? Because we're using quotations. And then we're going x minus z. So 4 minus 6, which will give us negative 2. So this right here, this negative 2 is line 22, x minus z. So that's one example. Let's go over my own example. That way we can understand it a bit more. All right, let's set some variables. We'll go a equals 10, b equals 8, c equals a plus b. All right. So let's just do print c. So when we print c, it's running this, right? A plus b. 10 plus 8 is 18. So I should have an 18 right there, as you can see. Now let's try print c times a. What should come out is 180, right? Because c is equal to 18 and a is equal to 10, so that comes out to 180. So we have 18 and 180. So that's another example. And again, these variables don't need to be letters. They could be anything, right? Length, width, area. It could be stuff like this. I just like to use letters because it's a bit easier to understand. Area times length. Yeah, so see, same thing, runs the same. Whoops, length times width right here. Length plus width. All right, there you go. So you could use anything you like for the variables. I just prefer to use letters when it comes to examples. And that's about it for this week. Make sure you go to Google Classroom, check out all the check out module 2 that has the assignments in it, the student objective for the week, and basically that's it. We have 3 assignments this week. And if you have any questions about anything, make sure to email me, okay? And have a good day.